Imarakayi turayate, yanawasa yete, Yanoko, Yaterama e Yatiwara Yatiko ye, Yamanaye Nuku yeti Sitra Yatemaraki, Watanaye, Unutu Yesatramakana na Andabaki, Yanoko e Narawata, Yamanate, Andawaite, Hoyanate, Humarayane wa Hena, Yenwa Terha, Henama Heya, one. Kuya namanaya tirama yo nanaki manatu sanayamaki na yewana. Everywhere, everywhen, everyhow, everynow. Namaste, welcome everyone. We are love streaming live. This is day number 291 of 365, A Life of Bliss 365. One quote every day from the book, A Life of Bliss, a Living Transmission. Channel through this one from our dear non-physical friends and teachers AnandA, here to assist us, humanity, in remembering who we are and why we are here. And today, we're back with our dear friends AnandA for day 292. And I'm hoping the sound is working because I had a fun little challenge before we started at 1 minute and 44 seconds. Could you, if you're joining live, could you just let us know that the sound is working okay? I think it is, but I had some little fun tech gremlins on the way. So if you could just please put in the comments. Hello, Katrina. Hello, namaste, Celine. Welcome. If you could just let me know that the sound is working okay, and that we don't have to Yanata e kiamya sinto yanatera ki ya patraya tunono turachi isama ate e ya kotraya namate yatraki umoyuto shusho no undreti ya ketra hatoa yamarate isya sitraki wate. Sound is grand. Sound grand. I read that in an Irish accent. Okay, thank you. So it's a little bit windy up here. I got the mic as close to my face as I could. So let's see how it glows for day number 292. So we are on chapter 23, I believe. It's the title is A Hero's Journey. When you look from an expanded viewpoint, your distances, directions mean naught. Only when looked through your current perspective does north, south, east, west, meters, yards, and miles mean anything. You give them that meaning by your perspective, by your perceived location, yet we see you simultaneously. We remind you of your limitlessness. We remind you that you are everywhere, everywhen, everyhow, everynow. How much of the world that we delineate and label in distance, in time, in location, do we give paramount importance? Where are you from? What are you doing? Where will you be today? How far away is that? How long will this take? All of these relative experiences, which are valid for the human, are given a very high station. They're given a very high value because we're in a three-dimensional reality, of course. Length, breadth, height. And with the dimension of time, we are able to travel and experience distance and time. But is it as important as we seem to make it? If we are everywhere, everywhen, everyhow, and everynow, then what difference would it make? Location, meters, miles, yards, here, up, down, north, south, east, west. Where are you? And so these these directions and these fixed points that we put in this directionless, unfixed, limitless point do allow us to triangulate the spirit so we can locate ourselves in this boundless space of nothingness, appearing as a something, appearing as a tree, as appearing as the Son of God. But is that who we truly are, and is that what is truly so? In a relative sense, yes, of course. We can measure yards and meters and miles, days, weeks, months, and they serve a very good purpose at 555. They allow us to delineate, they allow us to meet, they allow us to create. And this little three-letter magic word, and, we are beyond this time, we are beyond this space, we are everywhere, everywhen, everyhow, everynow. We are every version of time, we are every place in space. We're the way in which that all appears. What's the other one? Everywhere. What is it they say? Everywhen. Everywhere. You're everywhere. So you're everywhere in space. Everywhen. You're everywhere in time. You're in all times. Everyhow. You are the way in which all of time and space appears. And everynow. So every seeming present moment, it is who you are. You are everywhere, everywhen, everyhow, and everynow. So where are you? Who are you? And this is the question that, we're called, we're invited to ask, who am I? Where am I? How often do you ask that question? I ask this every day in the mornings. And on days when I'm very clear, it is seen that I am no one. It is really seen that there is no one here. And this idea of Martin and body and world is seen by no one, that it doesn't even exist. And there are days when it's very busy and not so clear, and it feels very real. And by the second I've come out of that state of remembering, I can forget all of that completely, and I'm fully in the miles and minutes and yards and and manifestations of the word, and that's fine. That's the whole purpose of this forgetting, remembering. But if we are always solely stuck or set in measuring and delineating and labeling what is so, kind of like in the modern scientific way, that it must be measured to be real. We cut ourselves off, is what happens to children at a certain age, usually around the time they enter child prison or earlier. It's that the imagination, the magic, the mystical gets cut off because it can't be measured. It can't be proven. And so the invitation is just to stay open. Use minutes, miles, meters, time, space, motion, movement, manifestation. Use it as the tool that it is, but don't be used by it. Don't let it define you. Let it refine your experience of this infinite space on playground earth. But allow the mystical, the magical, the childlike wonder to flourish, to still be there. Remember what we forgot. Be as the little ones. And this one forgets it all the time. All the time. And these reminders are for this one as much as anyone else. More so than anyone else, probably. And everything is fine just as it is. Nothing you need to do, nothing to achieve. You need to earn or learn or get somewhere or get something or do something. And we can do anything. And we can earn everything. And we can learn all we so choose. Learn, remember. So we're not fixed, we're not bound. We're not bound by feet and inches. We're not bound by the space that we seem to inhabit. We are a point of awareness, appearing, triangulating spirit to localize God. All of us, this tree, this leaves, that wind, this body, you, everything. It's a triangulation of spirit, the way that God appears in the world. And left and right brain and masculine and feminine are not opposing forces. They're one aspect, different perspectives of the same thing. And when we allow practicality to meet spirituality, when we allow the masculine to merge into the feminine and no longer see them as opposing, no longer see them as at war or one having to dominate over the other, or matriarchy to patriarchy, or moving into some other form. It's the marriage within, the Magdalene and the Christ, the merging, the becoming and remembering that we are everywhere, everywhen, everyhow, and everynow. This is the contemplation for day number 292. Only 8 days away from 300. Wow. So as always, now we are invited to drop everything. Drop everything that was just shared. Drop any ideas. Drop the ideas of past, of future, even of present. Drop the ideas of awakening, of ascension, of sleeping, of waking, opening, closing, third dimension, fifth dimension, any dimension. Drop all concepts of self, identity and gender, and all the labels, and just allow ourselves to drop and dissolve into a short sacred silence as we allow what is to be what is as what is. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining this daily journey of a life of bliss living transmission. One video every day for a whole year, 292 days in, closing in on 300. Just amazing. I trust that this has served you in some way, and if it has, I invite you to subscribe on the YouTube channel and share, comment, like, don't like, dislike, whatever you feel, it doesn't matter. And if you feel others would benefit from these sacred silences and contemplations, please share it with those who have eyes to see and ears to hear and hearts to feel. And until next time, from my heart to yours, Divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are